We're here at the Texas Blockchain Summit, a sold out crowd. I was able to pull Dionna Bailey away for just a minute. She's the CEO of Lunargistics. Before that, she was in the military, led soldiers in Iraq and Afghanistan. Privileged to have her as a member of the Texas Blockchain Council. So Dionna, I wanted to pull you away for a minute to talk about a little bit about your background, how you became the CEO of Lunargistics.
Sure.
And after that, we'll talk about some of the energy and momentum that the Houston area is seeing in blockchain.
Yeah, absolutely. So first off, thank you, Lee, for having me here. My name is Dionna Bailey. I am the CEO of Lunargistics. I am an 18-year Army veteran with 4 combat tours and a Bronze Star. Got to throw that in there every now and then.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it was great career. Wouldn't change it for anything in the world. I discovered blockchain about 5 years ago. Had been around the space. When Lunargistics approached me, they wanted me for my unique ability to do government contracts. We are a space technology company, so I was hired as the CEO to help navigate the landscape of government, as well as use my innovation in blockchain to help finish our platform.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
So let's talk a little bit more about what Lunargistics is solving. There's a lot of problems that get woven into the supply chain in the defense industry, including in the space industry.
Yeah, for sure.
So maybe help people understand where the value add is and how you guys are inserting yourselves in solving business problems.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's not necessarily supply chain, but what we noticed when we started really digging into how things are launched into space, nothing is standardized or digitized whatsoever. And you would think in this day and age, especially as important as something going into space is, that standardization would be a little more across the board. So we designed a platform utilizing different parts of blockchain to help really push that process forward, maintain those records the way they need to be, as well as cut down costs and improve the speed that you can actually launch something into space.
Okay, well that's really important because I feel like the public agency, NASA, versus the private, the SpaceXs of the world, there's a big discrepancy in their use of data, their time to market. It just the costs run up on the public side. So is y'all's biggest customer the US government?
Well, yeah, you can't get to space without the government. So as much as you want to avoid it, sometimes there's really no way to do it. So we're trying to work hand in hand with them to make sure that everything we're doing is in line with what they need. But ideally, our customers are the private sector. So if you're a startup space company launching satellites or something like that, you can come to our website. Our platform will help guide you through the process. We'll show you the things that you have to go through, as well as, I think the most important part is the integrity of the data that's maintained in these systems, right? 50 years from now, you want to know where a satellite is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not only are you going to waste millions of dollars, but it's a national security. If you send something up there and you bump something out of space that shouldn't be, it can cause a lot of problems.
Yeah, and with the growing threat of space debris, I'm sure you guys are probably able to track, things flying around in orbit.
But we're getting there.
Prevent some potential catastrophes.
Sure. Yeah. The hard part is you can maintain it once it goes up, but once it's there and it breaks apart, it's kind of hard to follow those pieces after the fact.
Sure.
So the government has agencies that do that, and they're able to do it fairly well.
Yeah.
There's only a few instances where things sneak up on them, but it's a problem that people are trying to get their hands around.
I'm showing my ignorance about all things space. Dionna's educating me here while we're live on camera. So talk a little bit more about the Houston area, the energy. Why are you? Well, I know why you're in Houston because obviously
space. We live here.
But then energy and blockchain in Houston, being the energy capital of the world, really the space capital of the world too. Talk a little bit about that dynamic and what kind of energy and momentum we're seeing in Houston.
Yeah, I mean, I think proof is this conference right here, right? So first off, your team has done a fantastic job, and I'm so glad that you guys decided to do this. Already, I've been able to network and meet so many people, so kudos to your team for making this happen. But it's nice to see that as the rest of the world is kind of on the fence about blockchain and how they want to embrace it, Texas is just grabbing it with both arms and saying, come on. And with China shutting down mining, you recognize there's a huge opportunity for economic value in blockchain.
Yeah.
I mean, just aside from the mining and the cryptocurrency side of it, I mean, what we're talking about in space, so the applications are just so many that the fact that Texas is grabbing it and taking apart, we're going to be trendsetters, and people are going to want to emulate us, not like they don't already.
That's awesome. So Dionna Bailey, CEO of Lunargistics, go follow them online, Twitter, go to their website, check out what they do, especially if your company has anything to do with the space industry. they'll be the ones to connect you and make sure that you're
Good
successful
to go.
in your endeavors.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah.